Tell me a bit about how you think, based on your research and your findings in the book, where can managers
Mm.
begin to connect the ill effect of bias over time to its depleting and kind of alienating, I guess, a sense of
Hmm.
belonging.
Yes. I mean, one of the keys to creating an environment that is inclusive, where people feel that they belong, is to get rid of unfairness. When people feel that the practices of an organization are fundamentally unfair, that they're not being treated well, that they're not being treated fairly, this is very alienating. And it decreases people's engagement, it decreases people's commitment, it decreases feelings of psychological safety, all the things that any employee needs in order to be able to contribute and produce and be, a active member of any team or workplace. One of the really interesting pieces of research I came across looked at the benefit of diversity for business performance. And one of the researchers that I spoke to said, everyone talks about, diversity is kind of this, sort of magic dust that if you have more diverse workplaces, you're going to have more creative problem solving, you're going to have, better, performance, better productivity. And she said that's actually not true, because if you focus just on diversity, but you don't create an environment where people can actually learn from one another and feel safe and feel a sense of belonging, you don't actually get the benefits of diversity. So some of the research that I talk about in the book is work by Robin Ely and David Thomas, who looked at the impact of diversity on work group performance. And what they found was that when there was an atmosphere of psychological safety, of a feeling of comfort and ease and a sense of being able to learn from one another, that's when the most diverse groups were also had the best outcomes, had the best performance. But that feeling of safety can't be there if there's bias, because then there is it's just profoundly alienating. People start to withdraw, feel uncertain, don't feel like they belong. So I think they're really all wrapped up together. And absolutely, I mean, if you want to get the most out of your team and create a culture where people can thrive, it's really essential to address the kinds of unfairness that bias causes.